Ladies and gentlemen, the preseason is about to wrap up, and we're less than 2 weeks away from NFL kickoff. And why not finally do some NFL weekly predictions? We'll go through game by game of what I think's going to happen. So first off, let's just predict these games. First up, we got the NFL kickoff game, Ravens versus the back-to-back defending Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs. This game could go either way, but there's one thing for sure. Patrick Mahomes is Lamar Jackson's daddy. All right. Overall, Patrick Mahomes has beaten Lamar Jackson too many times to count. And even though the Ravens have the better overall team, which they did in the AFC Championship game, the Ravens are still going to lose. Give me the Chiefs over the Ravens. Steelers versus Falcons. I'm actually going to take the Steelers. There's just something about the Falcons that I don't think they're going to look right week one when they have everything new on that squad with a new quarterback, new head coach. The Steelers, I think, are the better coach team, and they have the better defense, and I think they're going to pull away through with an upset victory and start off this season with a win. Then we got Titans versus Bears, Caleb Williams' debut game. I'm easily taking the Bears over the Titans, and if the Bears somehow don't win this game, the Bears are poverty, and they're not going to make the playoffs. Then we got an AFC South rivalry matchup, Anthony Richardson versus CJ Stroud. I am going to pick the better team. Give me the Texans over the Colts. Then I'm going to take the Saints over the Panthers. I mean, pretty well explanatory. The Panthers are dog shit. They're one of the worst teams in the NFL. And the Saints are at home. They have the better defense, better quarterback, you name it. Then we have the Cowboys going to Cleveland to face the Browns. And man, both defenses are very, very good. But the better offense of who I trust to win this game, I'm picking the Cowboys over the Browns. I am not in it for Deshaun Watson. I don't think he's a good quarterback anymore. And going up against that Cowboys defense, which is a good defense, he's not going to do good. Moving on over to this side, we got Packers versus Eagles game in Brazil. I am going to take the Eagles. I think the Eagles have a great offensive line. They will pass protect Jalen Hurts for him to throw the football to his great receiving core. Saquon Barkley is going to have a great debut game against the Packers rush defense, once again, with that O-line. I could see the Packers upsetting the Eagles. I could see that happening. But I'm going to take the Eagles. Then I'm going to take the Bills over the Cardinals. Look, the Bills are going to be fine. Josh Allen is going to put up a fight every game this season, and especially against the Cardinals. The Cardinals are dog shit. They're still in the rebuild. And give me my upset of the week. Give me the Patriots over the Bengals to upset Joe Burrow in his game back from injury. I think Joe Burrow is on question mark from the last 2 years in week one. Week one against the Browns last year, they lost horrendously. And the year before against the Steelers, they lost in a close battle. The Patriots have a top 10 defense. I don't care. They have a top 10 coach defense. And whoever they start at quarterback, if it's Drake May or Joe Milton, they got potential to put up some points against that weak Bengals defense. I know the Patriots offense is not well-rounded, but somehow, always week one for the Bengals, they always find a way to sell. So I'm going to take the Patriots over the Bengals. Then I'm going to take the Dolphins over the Jags. The Dolphins have a better attacking offense than what the Jaguars have. The Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, he's just not it, in my opinion. And the Jags defense is not that deep enough to stop that Dolphins offense. It's going to be too much. Then I'm going to be taking the Vikings over the Giants. I think the Vikings will have this with ease, even without J.J. McCarthy. And then Broncos versus Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks over the Broncos. Then we got both of these primetime games. Sunday Night Football, Lions versus Rams. Rematch of last year's wild card round matchup where the Lions won their first playoff game in 32 years. Matt Stafford's returning once again, but he's not going to get the better of the Lions. The Lions are just too good. I'm going to take the Lions over the Rams. Then on Monday Night Football, we have Jets versus Niners. Can Rodgers pull off an upset in his first week back on the New York Jets against his favorite team, the 49ers? I still got the 49ers. I don't see them losing this game. If they somehow lose this game, I will forever say in my entire life that Brock Purdy is a system QB. And last but definitely not least, we got my Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Washington Commanders. Jayden Daniels' debut as well. I am going to be taking the Commanders. The Commanders are going to find a way to upset the Bucs due to their trash defense. Jayden Daniels is going to have the greatest week one performance in NFL rookie quarterback history. And the Washington Commanders will start their season once again 1-0 during this NFL season.
Is what I would have said if I was a fucking moron. You didn't honestly think I was gonna pick the Commanders, did you? Of course I'm taking my Bucks, man. Fuck off.